No nickel and diming at each meeting. Exclusivity in your business category. We also promote you through our weekly radio show, business mixers and events, and last but certainly not least, our social media sites. Go to theleadteam.com or phone 702-979-5985 to find a chapter near you.
Welcome back to Spotlight on Vegas Business through our non-profit segment. We have a very special guest, well actually two very special guests. We have Casey and Shelley. Welcome, Casey. Shelley can't talk at the moment.
No, she's a little bit tied up being a three-banded armadillo.
Yeah. Do you want to hold up Shelley to the camera a little bit just so everybody can see her?
Yeah,
I'm so excited. I had no idea that you're bringing in the armadillo when I said that was my favorite, the cutest little creature that I saw at Roos-n-More. I mean, there are lots of really cute creatures, but oh my gosh, she's so cute.
She's like
she is very cute.
Suit of armor.
Hi, Shelley.
So, Casey, I know a lot about Roos-n-More because, you know, it's one of my favorite non-profits. Can you tell us a little bit about what you do and how you got started? And yeah.
Absolutely. I've been at Roos-n-More Zoo now for about 2.5 years. I'm now the senior zookeeper there, and I actually live on property. So the zoo itself has been functioning for about 5 years now. It's owned and operated by Doctors Jay and Valerie Holt. They're both veterinarians, and Jay actually practices here in Las Vegas. But we have about 400 animals out there that we take care of on a daily basis. There's lots of feeding and cleaning and enrichment and fun. We also do educational programs where we'll bring animals to town. Educational. That's what we kind of coined ourselves as, so that we can teach kids and adults, at all ages, about the animals that we have.
Yeah, I have to say, the armadillo is one of my favorites, but not not the favorite for me. My favorite was the lemur.
The lemur.
You got that black and white lemur. I love that.
Remington. Yeah.
He was climbing all over me when I went to visit you about a couple of months back. He has actually got a lot of amazing animals there, so it's actually wrong to pick out one, but
That's okay. That's okay. That's actually my absolute favorite.
I love the armadillo as well.
So how many creatures do you have out there, would you say?
We have about 400 animals out there. Probably about 250 different species, about 400 animals.
That's a lot. So where are they coming from? This is a rescue organization, so you are not sending away to South America and saying, hey, we would really like capybara.
Correct. We do a lot of rescue. We do, as I said, we're educational, so we will actually trade with other facilities as well as buy from other facilities. So a good portion of our animals were originally people's pets here in the Las Vegas area, in Utah, in California, sometimes even as far as Florida, any state. If people call us up, we try to have Roos-n-More be the final home. It doesn't always work out since we're a hands-on facility. Sometimes they work out better at other facilities. We've got a network of different places that we can send them to. But we do, as I said, trade, and we actually also have births at our zoo. Some of our more endangered species we do active breeding programs with, such as our lemurs, and our kangaroos are a big one. Now with the kangaroos breeding so much, we have to trade with other facilities so that there's no inbreeding. So that's something that's happening almost constantly.
Okay.
Is that why you always have a little baby kangaroo around?
That's why.
What's the gestational period for a kangaroo?
They're only pregnant for 30 days.
Is that right?
But
then they have the little joey that...
And then the joey in the pouch will be there for about 7 or 8 months. Now, that being said, in Australia, kangaroos are a lot like the deer that we have here in North America. They're everywhere. Normally, that gestation period is only 30 days, and if mommy's got a joey in her pouch, she's probably got one out independent hopping around, but she's probably also pregnant again. Kangaroos have an awesome ability called embryonic diapause, and they can actually pause and hold on to their pregnancy for up to 3 years and give birth whenever it's ideal time. But normally, they're just one baby after another after
that can be
another.
kind of useful.
I know.
I wouldn't have minded to have that function myself at times, but this isn't ideal.
Right?
I've got to work right now. Let's just hold off a minute.
Now, do you guys know how big a kangaroo is when it's born?
Isn't it like the size of like a little jelly
A
bean?
A jelly bean.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
little tiny.
super teeny tiny, and it army crawls its way up and into mom's pouch.
That is
Super
sweet.
incredible.
Starting
Yeah.
fighting. So when was Roos-n-More founded? When did this start?
We've been
And what was the
around-
genesis?
We've been around for a little over 5 years now, and it started, Doctors Jay and Valerie Holt were both veterinarians, and they came across some animals that either couldn't be taken care of by clients. Valerie has always wanted to be a vet at a zoo. She does have some health issues, so that prevented her from doing so. And she came across a kangaroo. Her husband ended up finding a kangaroo for her. And it kind of started there. She did some education with some of the local kids. They were in Henderson, and they played with the idea of having a zoo. And finally one day, Jay just said, honey, if we're going to have a zoo, I want camels. So they looked into land out in Moapa. They drove out there, which if anyone doesn't know where Moapa is synonymous with the middle of nowhere. It's about 45 minutes north of right here, off from exit 90 on the 15 freeway heading northbound.
So near the Valley of Fire.
Right past the Valley of
So
Fire.
on your way up to Utah,
Exactly.
you're going to go past Moapa Tribal Enterprises.
Yes,
That's
you
definitely
will.
worth the drive.
Yes.
It is. It's amazing.
And it's apparently a great place for camels, because that's where they decided to set down. And we got
Okay.
Saeed and Jafar, which are our two Bactrian camels. They weigh about 2,600 pounds. And then we just kind of started going from there.
Yeah.
Now, I know you're not open every day. I know the zoo is not open every day. How does that work? How do you schedule that?
So right now we're open for our private tours, and what that
Okay.
means is you get a 2-hour private tour with only your group in the zoo with a zookeeper, and that way they can take you around and they can tell you about all of our animals. The group size is anywhere from 1 person up to 25 people, and the price is $250 for that 2 hours.
Okay.
But it's only your group. Now I do recommend the smaller the group, the more interaction you get.
That makes sense.
And then we also do off-site programs where we'll bring animals to schools or birthday parties, like I know you've taken part in, Mark.
Joshua, my son Joshua had his birthday party. And what I love about this, I mean, I'm not saying anything bad about petting zoos, because they're cute, and but I've been to a lot of parties where that's what you get. You get a goat, you get a few bunnies, but you don't get the armadillos, you don't get the lemurs, you don't get the kangaroos.
Exactly.
And that was actually absolutely amazing. And I think it's not only important because the kids have a lot more fun, but it's also that educational thing.
Extremely.
Because I'm from Africa, South Africa, and I'm used to wildlife and in the wild and all that. And to me, the most important part about a zoo is that educational aspect of it. Just keeping animals in a cage for entertainment's sake doesn't work for me. But the way I said, animals in a zoo are ambassadors, for want of a better word, for their animals, because quite frankly, if I've never seen an armadillo in real life, I'm not going to really care about saving the armadillo and
absolutely
wherever they
not.
live, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, it gives you a passion by being able to touch and interact with these animals and
Absolutely.
make friends with Shelley, our 3-banded armadillo, or Remington or King Julian, our lemurs. And it builds a much deeper respect for them and a passion so that you actually do care about what's out in the wild to help protect it.
Exactly.
So Roos-n-More really is a passionate organization.
Most
This is not a
definitely.
for-profit zoo.
No,
so,
it is not.
So can we talk about the charitable aspect, the charitable nonprofit side of it? What does Roos-n-More need? How can those that have a passion for rescuing these endangered and displaced exotic animals, how can they help?
Most definitely. Well, one of the biggest ways that we're looking for people to help us out with is volunteers. We really need volunteers out there, and we always need them. There's always things to do. There's always stuff to scoop up. There's always diets to chop up. And we just need people out there with a passion that want to help us out, as well as people to help spread the word. There's so many people that don't know about us, and getting us on the map is really, really important.
Well, that's one of the reasons we invited you on, because we want to get the word out there as much as possible, because Roos-n-More is one of my favorite non-profits, and I will do whatever I can in my power to help you with that. I love all the animals. Coming from South Africa, I've always been an animal lover. So Yeah.
Whereas the lead team has actually passed the collection plate a couple of times
have.
for Roos-n-More.
Good. Thank you guys
and
so
have.
much.
we
I
absolutely
really
And actually,
thank you
we'll
for
start
that.
doing that again. We'll start doing that again because to me it's a very worthwhile charity.
Absolutely.
You know, I prefer animal charities to human charities. Not that the human charities don't need it. Of course, human charities need it, but you know, animals are just so defenseless.
We're
quite
a
frankly.
voice for something that doesn't have one.
You know, and yes, there are a lot of human charities that are just as worthy. Don't get me wrong.
Absolutely.
All right. So speaking of,
But this is one of my passions.
From this passion, this charity that you're passionate about, how can people get more information about Roos-n-More to come and visit you, to maybe hire you to come out and do a birthday party for a donation?
Which I can highly recommend the birthday parties.
Yeah, or to donate money. What's the best way to contact Roos-n-More?
Absolutely. So we are online. We are at roosnmore.org. And you can go ahead and go on that website in order to not only request us to come to your school, to come to your house for a birthday party, as well as send us interest in booking a tour. You can also email us at friends@roosnmore.org. We're also on Facebook, we're on Twitter, and we're on Instagram. So we have lots of different social media in order to get you guys closer to us. The volunteer application is also on our website at roosnmore.org. And I'm actually the volunteer coordinator, so.
Great.
Perfect.
We'll make sure that we get all that information on our website as well as our Facebook page.
Absolutely. We'll get
Perfect.
it all over there. So thank you so much, Casey
you.
and Shelley, the three-banded armadillo who is now comfortably resting in my lap.
She's yours.
I do like it. I do like it.
Sweet.
There's an armadillo in my lap, and I'm happy to see you. So this is Nicole along with my co-host Mark. We are at the top of the hour. We've got one more hour left of our Power Business Lunch you do not want to miss with Spotlight on Vegas Business. Back in 2.